All right, I greet you, lovers of freedom. If today is the first time of coming across our video and they like the way we are propagating this gospel without fear or favor, please kindly subscribe, like, and share. All right, this what's his name? Uncle Tom, this U.S. military general. This man, no one rest. See this very man. This man, no one rest. You guys will watch this interview. What he said in this interview, then you will start asking yourself questions. What, what, what What actually is America looking for in Africa? What are they looking for? What is that thing? Anyways, we know already because we know they are very terrified that Russia, have there is heavy presence of Russia in Africa. And what baffles them and what gets them more worried is that the citizens are the ones even clamoring for the presence of Russia in these African nations, especially in this Sahara region, because they know what they are benefiting in Sahara region. The citizens of these Africans in this Sahara region, they are the people yearning, clamoring for Russia to come. Even they are telling their government to align with Russia and leave the West. If they seize you that you still align with the West, they will be looking at you as the puppet of the West. In this video, you will listen to what the junk the guy is saying. He said Burkina Faso has rights to use their resources, as they have sovereignty, talk blah 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 blah. But why he made the statement he made was he did so in the point of view of military. He said what he said in the military point of view, rather. Now he was not asked, why did you say he made the statement based on military point of view? He said that Burkina Faso is the epicenter of terrorism in sub-Sahara. Now the question we should be asking ourselves, who are the ones sponsoring this terrorism in Sahara region? Who are the people sponsoring them? Same America. In this very government, at least, was it early this year when they, I don't know, was it auditing or whatever they had in America? They discovered that America funded Boko Haram, even funding Boko Haram. That most of these terrorist organizations, American funded them. Even what's her name? Hillary Clinton also made a confession. They are the people sponsoring all this terrorism. They are sponsor terrorists. One sponsoring them. They are the one claiming to be concerned about terrorism in Africa. Okochukwu deceiving Okochukwu are the same people. Who is deceiving who here? They are the people directly sponsoring this terrorism. Right here, he said he is worried where the arms they are getting or the military things they are getting, the hands it will enter. Whereas they themselves, America, France, or all these Western nations, they are the ones sponsoring, because when they are sponsoring all these things, it will create tension. And while creating tension, they will be looting the resources in this sub-Sahara region. They will be looting the resources. Look at what is going on in Nigeria, for example. They are mining Californium in Sambisa. There was one update that came out that is it a business expatriate of Germany. It was through Mustafa that we got to know these things. He said most of all these, what's it called, all these NGOs. So why is it that these NGOs, where the villagers are scared to go, these guys are going there? Whereas the villagers, the owners of the land, they are terrified to go those places. But they will go there without disturbance, without being scared. He said Nigerians should worry, according to Mustafa. Why are they not asking themselves so that all these NGOs, all those dangerous zones, they go there? That is to tell you that they are working hand in hand. Also, in this video, you will see America no one rest. They no one rest. They send the high commissioner or whatever to go and meet Ibrahim Traore. Trust that one. He sent his military foreign affairs minister to go and attend them. You don't want to see them. Because they are so scared at the presence of Russia. Russia presence in Africa. And not only that, that the citizens, they are the ones clamoring for the presence of Russia, calling Russia to come in. Any slightest distance, they will raise Russia flag. It's a tension, it's a concern to this Western nation. The other day, we heard what Foreign Affairs Minister of Russia said, that Moscow is ready to liberate any African nation that want to liberate themselves from these new colonialists. So all those things you are seeing makes them worry. They are not comfortable with it. I want you guys to watch. Also, you will listen to the response of Ibrahim Traore as usual. Man of the moment. Man of the moment. You will listen how he lashed this West, America, and all these Western nations. So no one go create terrorism. No one go out, they chant, they rant up and down about terrorism. But no one go create them. No one go finance them. No one go sponsor them. A long talk. I want you guys to watch. Please, after watching, like, subscribe, and share for more updates. I greet you all. Peace and love.
Rule rather than for public welfare. These remarks sparked widespread, condemnation across the continent. What did you mean by that statement?
Let me speak to Burkina Faso's sovereignty. They maintain their sovereignty. They make their decisions how they use their resources. They make their decisions who their resources go to for military support. That's their sovereign right. But my cautionary tale was just from a military perspective. That was a Senate Armed Services Committee asking me a direct question. Burkina Faso, a lot of great things going on to progress them forward, okay? But then when you look at the military part of it, knowing that that's the epicenter of global terrorism, it was my time to illuminate that this is probably their weakest point in the
Les États-Unis veulent reconstruire une coopération solide avec le Burkina Faso. À l'initiative du président Donald Trump, le sous-secrétaire d'État américain pour l'Afrique de l'Ouest, Will Stevens, est reçu par le ministre des Affaires étrangères, Karamoko Jean-Marie Traoré. L'envoyé de Donald Trump prône une relation dans le respect mutuel et dans le respect de la souveraineté de chaque pays.
To work together with Burkina Faso. On veut travailler ensemble avec le Burkina pour construire une relation pragmatique basée sur le respect pour la souveraineté du Burkina et essayer de trouver des endroits où on peut collaborer mutuellement, où nous pouvons travailler ensemble pour aborder les défis.
Au cours de cette audience, les deux parties ont exploré différents domaines et opportunités de coopération comme le commerce et la sécurité. L'objectif est clair pour la partie américaine.
But you don't write the truth. You say Russian mercenaries. Well, what is French Légion étrangère? Aren't they mercenaries? What is American Blackwater Academy? What is British G4S? What is Israeli Black Cube? They are security companies. Wagner is a threat. Why? Because Wagner isn't yours. And the terrorism issue? Who created this terror? Who founded Al-Qaeda? 1980s, Afghanistan, CIA, Pakistan ISI, Saudi money against Soviets. Bin Laden was CIA's man. You called them freedom fighters. Who supported Taliban? Again, you. Heroic mujahideen against Soviet occupation. You gave weapons, gave money, gave training, then you lost control. How was ISIS born? 2003, Iraq invasion. You toppled Saddam. You disbanded the army. You banned Ba'ath Party. You tortured in Abu Ghraib, and those people became ISIS. Then Syria. You said Assad must go. You said moderate rebels. You gave weapons. Those weapons went to ISIS, went to al-Nusra. You destroyed Libya. Who looted Gaddafi's weapon depots? Where did those weapons go? To Mali, to Niger, to Burkina Faso, to Nigeria, to Chad? Who strengthened Boko Haram? In 2009, Nigerian police killed their leader Mohammed Yusuf. Extrajudicial execution. What did you say? Nothing. Where were your human rights organizations? Silent. Then revenge started. Boko Haram radicalized. But where did they find weapons? From Libya that you destroyed. And now you come to lecture us about fighting terrorism. You're helping us clean up the monsters you created? No, we've seen the game now. Terror is your Trojan horse. You come with the excuse of terror, you stay, you exploit. But it's over now. We'll provide our own security, we'll fight with our own methods, and we'll win. Because we are the children of this land. We know this land, we know these people. We can distinguish terrorist from villager. We don't fight from drones, from satellites, from 10,000 kilometers away like you. And we're winning. In Mali, in Niger, in Burkina Faso, terror is ending. Villages are safe. People are hopeful. Because now our own army, our own police are fighting, not for foreigners, but for the people. But you can't digest this. You say democratic backsliding. You say human rights violations. Which democracy? Which human rights? How many people are detained without trial in Guantanamo? What happened in Abu Ghraib? Who did you kill in Bagram? Who did you torture in CIA's black sites? Why is Julian Assange in prison for exposing your war crimes? Why did Chelsea Manning spend years in prison for leaking the truth? Why is Edward Snowden a fugitive for revealing you spy on everyone? And you lecture us about human rights. How many civilians died in your drone strikes? You say collateral damage and move on. How many weddings did you strike in Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia? How many schools did you bomb? How many hospitals did you burn? And you teach us the laws of war? Look, I come from war. I know the front. I've seen death. I've carried wounded soldiers. I've consoled mothers of martyrs. And I tell you, a real soldier protects his people. A real soldier doesn't harm civilians. A real soldier fights with honor. Your mercenaries, your drone pilots, your special forces, they're not soldiers, they're killers. They kill people by pressing buttons from 10,000 kilometers away, then go home and play with their children. We don't fight like that. We look our enemy in the face. We protect civilians. We fight with our honor. We die with our honor. And we'll win. Because the righteous win. Because those who fight with their people win. Because those who fight for their land win. Let's return to your media. I know how you work. I have friends who work within the system. There are journalists with conscience, but they stay silent. Why? Because the system silences them. Those who write the truth get fired. Investigative journalists are laid off due to budget cuts. Dissenting columnists are shown the door because reader interest has declined. And what replaces them? Experts from think tanks, NGOs, universities, all saying the same thing, all defending the same thesis. West is good, Africa is bad. So who are these experts? Where do they get their funding? National Endowment for Democracy, NED, American Democracy Exporter, CIA's legal arm, has fingers everywhere, funds opposition, directs media, creates civil society. Open Society Foundations, George Soros's organization, says open society, but open for whom? Open to what? Open to exploitation, open to intervention, open to manipulation. Ford Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, all in Africa, doing aid. But what do they get in return? Control, data, influence. And your media is their trumpet. You headline, Gates is saving Africa. But you don't say, how many African children were paralyzed by Gates's vaccine trials? How many farmers committed suicide because of Monsanto seeds? You're masters at storytelling, but always the same story. White savior. Remember Live Aid? 1985. We Are the World, charity concert for Africa, millions raised. What came to Africa? Corruption increased, dependency increased, but it was a great story for you. Bob Geldof became a hero. Musicians looked conscientious. Viewers felt good about themselves. Africa remained hungry. Remember Kony 2012? Viral video. Stop Joseph Kony. 100 million views. Result? Kony is still free, but the video maker got rich. Invisible Children organization collected millions. What came to Uganda? American soldiers. And you present these as success stories. Angelina Jolie, Madonna, Bono, All Africa volunteers. They come, take photos, adopt children, leave. And you say, interest in Africa increased Interest? What interest? Whose interest? Interest for what? Madonna adopted from Malawi. You made headlines. But 100 children die from malaria every day in Malawi. You didn't write that, because that news doesn't sell. Bono became Africa's spokesperson, raised billions with U2 concerts, but moved his company to Netherlands to avoid taxes. Money stolen from Africa also passes through Netherlands. Did you write about this? George Clooney campaigned for Darfur, said save Darfur. Result?